Hi. I always turn around. I'm like surprised that it's live because it takes a minute to I don't know, warm up the engine or whatever. So it'll be like, you're going live. You're almost live. You're not live yet. And I just get tired of sitting here staring at it until it does. So I start fiddling because squirrel. And then I turn around and, oh shit, we're live. Hi. How are you today? Nice to meet you. I don't know if anybody's going to turn up today on account of it's Halloween, right? And if you don't have to be someplace right now, why would you be? I don't know, but also it's a Thursday, right? So how many Halloween things are happening today? Personally, I know. There are Halloween things happening today, actually. Opeth is at the Warfield, and I believe there are still tickets available for that. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is at the UC Theater, but that is sold the F out because it's awesome. And it sells out in advance every year on Halloween now, which just warms my cold black heart because if you were here yesterday, you know I got to tell somebody, son, I was doing Rocky Horror Picture Show on that stage before you were born. And he was like, no, you weren't. And I was like, what year were you born? And he said 1988. And I said, yes, I was. And when you're old, the petty shit like that is what keeps you from, succumbing to the depths. Hey, Mike, what's happening, man? What is everybody doing for Halloween? Did you do costumes? Some of the kids did costumes at work today, and I was just complaining over at KBR because I realized that there has been no Halloween candy anywhere in Cumulus. Hey, Red, what's happening, man? Happy Halloween. Yo, what's up? Come on. Usually we're complaining how we're all getting fat because there's little candies everywhere and we're all eating the candies. And last year somebody brought 2 pounds of candy corn, and I, as the only person who likes candy corn, I think in the entire building, ate pretty much 2 pounds of candy corn last year. But this year there has been 0, and it's Halloween now. So I don't know, maybe we'll still get some candy tomorrow. You know how there's all those parents that are assholes and won't let their kids keep their candy. What do they call? They call it the switch witch now. Oh my God. Could you imagine how that would have gone over in the 70s or the 80s if your parents would have been like, okay, pick your favorite 5 pieces and the switch witch is going to come take your candy and leave you these garbage toys that I got at the dollar store. Woo! Oh man, we would have killed our parents in their sleep. Oh, Mike, candy corn's not the worst candy of all time. That's a Mounds. Mounds is the worst candy of all time. Or those Neapolitan candies. Remember those little, it's like the brown, white, and pink square, right? And then the white part is coconut. I hate coconut. Which is funny because I don't hate coconut, hate it. I can handle coconut in small bits, but when I was a little kid, I loved coconut. And my mom had this whole bag of coconut that she bought to bake something, but then she only used a little bit of it. And I just started eating it out of the fridge whenever I could. And I ate so much of that coconut, I never wanted coconut again. And so now it's if I can choose not coconut, I will choose not coconut. PJ, you love candy. I love candy too. I really do. And usually I count on the kindness of strangers. There's always somebody dumping their candy off here at the station, and I get plenty. Hi, Ray. And there has been none, fucking 0, which I can't be too mad at because, diet. But also, I'm really craving some candy right now, and I just wanted to go grab a little piece of something and just, but nope. It's not here. Can't have it. Can't have what ain't here. All I have is coffee. I know, right, Red? These kids are weak. We fought diabetes. We looked at the diabetes and we're like, take that. Wilford Brimley got nothing on us. Hey, Ray, I'm okay today. Tired per usual. But little headachy too. But I think it's the combination of like exhaustion from so many things going on all the time at the weekend and the work and the whatever, and then the weather changing. It rained this morning. Whenever there's barometric changes, my sinuses are like, oh hey, we don't like you anymore. So I think that's what triggered the migraines on Monday. Well, that and the hangover. At any rate, the coffee's kicking in, so that's helping. PJ, you handed out raisins by the handful. Oh, that'll get you egged. You are just asking. Well, groceries are too expensive for you to get egged. You're going to get toilet papered because there's no pandemic on. So people got plenty of toilet paper. They're going to go Costco on your house. Watch. And it's going to be that cheap, thin, one-ply Costco toilet paper that will not come out. Hey, Kevin, what's happening? I like Butterfinger. Hell yeah, I like Butterfinger. Butterfingers are delightful. Is this a scary costume? This isn't my costume. Do you want to see my costume? All right, hold on. What did I do? I Jessica Jones. Right? Who's seen Jessica Jones? Come on. It's just that it's not cold enough in the studio yet for this. Right? Where's my Kristen Ritter? I got Jessica Jones boots on that you can't see because they're all the way over here. See? Anything with peanut butter and chocolate? You know what, PJ? Peanut butter and chocolate is my go-to these days. That's what I had last night. But what I do to make it healthy is I get this like total blackout. I think it's called Total Eclipse chocolate from Equal Exchange. So it's like 92% cocoa, which makes it really low sugar. And then I get the all natural, no palm oil Santa Cruz crunchy peanut butter, and I make my own. And it's actually really good. And it's actually pretty healthy for you, right? All right, let's see. Where's the picture I was going off of? Why is the internet slow today? All right, there you go. See? Where's my hand in my pocket? There you go. Did it work? Have I Jessica Jones'd you? I think I have to look surlier. You have to look surly and suspicious. I should have brought a flask too, but I feel like that would have been frowned upon because people would have believed it was real, and it probably would have been real, and then it would have been frowned upon because, corporate. Yeah, for real, boo on whoever hands out raisins. It was 80 degrees. Oh, it's nice out today. It was actually like 60. I think it was like 65 and sunny in San Francisco. So there you go, Davey. Yeah. What will I love, Jason? Your daughter's school had their costume day. One of the kids had his face painted orange while wearing an apron with him. Oh no, he didn't. Inappropriate to bring your children into politics at this age. Red, you don't know who Jessica Jones is? God, and I would tell you to watch it, but they fucking pulled it from Netflix during the Sony Marvel changeover, and Disney has not yet decided to grace us with it. I think they're still arguing over, I don't know what they're doing, honestly. Maybe they just don't want to pay residuals, which is bullshit because it's a fucking great show. But maybe it's just a timing too, because they have brought back Daredevil. and they're planning on Daredevil being a part of the MCU going forward. So hopefully that will bring Jessica Jones back because it's a killer show. I mean, come on, look at how cool Kristen Ritter is. What? She's a badass in that show, and I freaking love it. Thanks, Ray. Butterfinger cheesecake. Sounds a little thick. That sounds like something I could eat like exactly 2 bites of before I'm like, good, thanks. I think there's a couple of like candy pairing options out there, and it's like what cocktails and what cheeses to pair with candies, and I want to try that one. A friend of mine sent me that. But what I do have that I think I should do it tonight, huh? Maybe I should save it for the weekend. My sister got me the Petite Boo Brie. Did I tell you about that? I was looking for it. My sister found it. Let's see if I can show you the photo of Le Petit Boo. Le. Sorry. I was like looking at past Google searches, and one of them was, does turd mist fight cancer? I can't even explain it. Okay. Petit Boo cheese. Donde? Oh my God, my phone. I swear to God, Apple's trying to make me insane ever since they came out with the new phone. Okay, here it is. Le Petit Boo. Look at that. I got that in the fridge right now waiting for me. So I'm wondering if I get home, should I like break out Le Petit Boo cheese, or should I like wait till the weekend and then try to like put it together with something? I don't know. Okay, now it's getting hot. This is why I wasn't wearing it before. Thank you, Red. Right? You feel me now? Yeah, see? People thought I was copping out. But no. Legit. Haha. I really did. Halloweeny. Which, by the way, brings my costume count to 2 this season. Because I did the Ringmaster costume. Oh. I went through this phase where I was like, I'm only ever buying cashmere from here on out because I love cashmere sweaters. And all the gloves were cashmere, the sweater's cashmere, then the leather jacket, and then the scarf. And now I'm like, too hot. Okay. Peanut M&Ms. No, Mike. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the best, like, of candies. You know what is the best of candy bars? And I think it only comes out at Halloween is the, oh God, what's it called? Oh, I hate brain fog. It's a red wrapper and it's a chocolate covered pretzel with caramel. You know what I'm talking about. God damn it. It's not a Mars. It's a chocolate covered caramel pretzel candy bar. Oh, come on, internet. Stop failing me. Google is like desperate for you to like suck up their sponsored shit now. And they make it hard for you to Google actual information. I don't want your fucking recipes or your suggested links or your sponsors. I want to know which one it was. Who does anybody remember it? Jesus, I can't. Hi, Lance. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Rodney. What's up, Greg? Jason, you've notified the authorities. I know, right? Somebody's going to turn up at your house, PJ, and be like, raisins. Hey, Dan. Oh, thank you, Greg. PJ, you're going to the store grabbing Reese's, Butterfingers, chocolate paydays, M&M's, Jesus, and a Diet Coke. Those Diet Cokes will kill you, buddy. Lagunitas, something ale. What, with the Petite Boo, you think? I don't want to distract from that. I think the Petite Boo needs to be with champagne. That's the other reason to save it for the weekend is I do have a bottle of champagne, but it's pretty expensive. So I don't want to just like open an expensive champagne on a Thursday and have like a glass and then I'm gonna save that for the weekend when I can fucking get wasted. Because that's what it takes these days. 2 glasses of champagne equals hangover. Clark bar. That's what it is. It's a fucking Clark bar. Jesus, the internet was useless. That's what it is, right? The Clark bar. Let me just double check. Nope, it's not the Clark bar. What was it? Fuck, what is it? What is the Halloween candy bar that is chocolate covered pretzel caramel? Take 5. Ha! That's the best one is the Take 5. Yeah, right. It looks so good, huh? Pair it with a Sauv Blanc. I could, but I want to pair it with champagne. The actress is. I don't think she's related to John Ritter. I suppose it's possible, but unlikely. I think I would have heard by now because I've just seen her in so many things and I've read stuff about her, but it's not impossible. Hey, Brian, you going to the movies tonight? Nice. I think John Ritter's son is an actor, though. I think John Ritter's son is like semi-famous now. Hershey with almond, dude. Hershey bars are like the bare minimum. You get that Hershey multi-pack with the, yeah. I'm not impressed. Thank you, Red. Take 5. Yep, best one. 100 grand are my second, Dan. 100 grand is the number 2 after the Take 5. Hey, Brett, what's happening, man? PJ, whatchamacallits, are they still around? And I'm not mad at a whatchamacallit, but I'm still going to go Take 5 or 100 grand bar before. Mike, what is the black cat is on the prowl? Are you quoting some shit? I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Word salad, how's it going, man? You could have saved me so much time. Hey, you know what? I'm not mad. I could have scrolled down and seen what you guys were saying, or I could have forced my brain to forge the neural net pathways to recall the information, which is what ended up happening. So there you go. I'm not mad at Three Musketeers. I'm not a fan of Lagunitas. They're too grainy, you know? PJ, you're going to see the movie called Arona? I don't know that one. Me? No. I mean, my cats are locked up. Actually, I should check on them before the sun goes down, huh? Something's been going on with their like water. I think they've been jumping around the water machine, and a couple of times I've gone in there and the water fountain has been off. And if the water fountain's off, they don't have water, which is no bueno for pets. Fortunately, I caught it like pretty quickly, but oh, that's not it. Where is it? I think that needs to be a little bit longer. Where is it? There we go. Where are my little assholes? Make sure their water fountain's running. Yep. Water functioning. All right. Where are they? Are they in the... Nobody's in the windowsill. Ah, I guess they're both on the... They might be mad at me because it was cold and I closed the window. They like sniffing outside that window. Aww. They sleeping. I don't know why I was worried. I'm guessing the other one's in the cubby because I can't see him anywhere, but... Yep. Red, you're watching Silver Bullet? Someone stole your friend's black kitten at Halloween? That is terrible. Did they think it was it satanic panic? Because sometimes that crazy Christian people do weird shit. You're watching Devil's Rejects? You got Nightmarish Zoo happening in Santa Cruz? Cool. You just had a peanut butter stout and used a Reese's for a float? I could see that. I wouldn't be mad at that. Okay. I liked stouts, which is weird because I don't like, what are they called? IPAs. IPAs feel like, I don't know, stout feels like a dessert beer. It's like a nice dessert beer. Does that make any sense? Your dog's a killer. At least that's what she thinks is a Chihuahua. Anyone leave Kit Kats in the studio? David, there's no candy in this building. I have lapped it 3 times. Like just looking for even randos to have like a little dish on their desk or something. There is no candy in the Cumulus building. We used to have somebody who was in charge of fun around here, and I'm guessing they got laid off because there's nothing. No candy, no nothing. Hang on, I got to talk about Ozzy here. Or do I? Wait, what's going on? Oh, nope, I got to talk about the keyword. What? Baby Huey took it all. I mean, he could have, but I doubt it. I mean, usually it's the KMBR guys because there's so many of them and they're all just basically young men in their 20s and 30s, which, you know, is the we're going to eat everything in sight demographic. And I just went and asked the guys and I was like, is it just me or has there been like no Halloween candy around here? And they were like, yeah, what gives? So it's not just me. There's been no Halloween candy around here. The downtown crowd in Spooktacular? What's that? Stouts are less bitter. Yeah, I don't like a bunch of bitter shit. But I do like absinthe, which is weird. I had an absinthe the other day. It turns out the DNA Lounge is stocking St. George's absinthe, which I love. Absinthe is like the buzz that tequila should be, but tequila just makes everybody mad. If absinthe hadn't been outlawed, we'd all be like absinthe high, which is way better than tequila drunk. But still leaves you feeling really hungover the next day. Lead dog peanut butter stout. All right. Chasta didn't bring candy. I know, right? Well, you know what? She's out trick-or-treating with Cody right now, so maybe candy will be coming. Maybe she'll switch that candy away. Switch. Thanks for your dollar store toys, Mom. Switch witch. Mm-mm-mm. 1077 The Bone and Ozzy Osbourne with No More Tears. I'm Nikki Blakk, and we have got your opportunity to fly to Chicago and have a winter vacation for Twisted Christmas. Twisted Christmas is 4 nights of concerts in Chicago with bands like Cage the Elephant, Smashing Pumpkins, and Bush. And we've, of course, got your airfare, your hotel, and your tickets to the show covered if you win this contest. How do you enter? It's easy. We will give you 4 keywords a day. You text in the keyword, it counts as an entry. And I've got a keyword coming up for you in just about 10 minutes on 1077 The Bone. Okay, part of me is like, love Chicago, would absolutely love to go there. But Chicago in the winter, I mean, hit or miss, right? I was on tour with Jackson Brown, and we kind of hubbed out of Chicago at one point. And so we were staying at this gorgeous hotel. It was called the Pendry. And as Jackson Brown's road manager, they would sometimes put me on the same floor as Jackson, just so that, because they would just assume that his road manager would be nearby in case he needs anything, which is great. It worked out because sometimes he does need something. And then when he texts me, I can just be Johnny on the spot. However, the Pendry in Chicago also loves Jackson. So they put us way up on, like, I think I was on like the 25th floor of this hotel. Like it felt like a goddamn penthouse suite. I mean, it was massive. I mean, like, probably the bathroom was the size of our studio, right? It had like a full bathtub. It had a huge, like, 2-person shower. It had, and all the regular, like, giant sink area, vanity, and all the things, like the bathroom was as big as this studio. So I basically had like a penthouse at the Pendry in Chicago. And then I got a tornado warning. I have never been in a tornado warning situation in my life. And I was like, it was funny too, because I was just chilling in the bathtub, having a bubble bath, listening to some music, talking on the phone. And then all of a sudden my phone starts going, wah, 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 tornado warning. And I was like, oh yeah, it's probably not a big deal. And then I looked at it and it was like, legit tornado warning, downtown Chicago area from now until, whatever time. And I was just like, the fuck? I'm on the 25th floor. What happens if a tornado comes through here? Like, where am I supposed to go right now? Should I be hopping out of the bathtub? Should I be ducking under the bathtub? Should I be going to a shelter somewhere? Like, what the hell? So I called the front desk and was like, yeah, BT dubs, tornado newbie here. What do we do for this? And they were like, oh, you're fine. We're a designated shelter area anyway, and it's fine. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stay here in the bathtub until it goes away. And then we were actually supposed to leave that night and drive overnight for a show somewhere. And so I had to push the drive off. And I had to text my drivers and be like, when you wake up, feel free to take another nap, because we are not leaving for a little while, not while there's a tornado in the area. It was crazy. Lamont loaded his cargo shorts with the office candy. Ha! No, Marlon, he didn't. I saw Lamont on my way in today, and his shorts were empty. I'm just going to leave that there. Screwball whiskey, is that like a peanut butter flavored whiskey or something weird like that? I gotta be honest, I am completely against flavored whiskeys, because basically it's just like how you improve a cheap whiskey. And if that's the case, just don't drink cheap whiskey. I say that as a grown-up, okay? As a child, cheap whiskey is all the rage. Or if you're mixing cocktails anyway, you don't need a really expensive whiskey. Although, Bullet's not that expensive at Costco. So when I mix cocktails, I usually use Bullet, because Costco. Halloween rule. If you give out healthy shit, I come back and egg your house. We said that, Jason, but eggs are too expensive. So you're going to have to go to Costco for that cheap one-ply toilet paper and then toilet paper houses instead. Plus, the toilet paper is biodegradable. I mean, and cheaper and plentiful as long as there's not a pandemic and people are being stupid. You'd have to replace the W in which with something else. And oh, the switch witch. Yeah. For real, dude. That would not have gone over in the 70s and 80s. Like, we would have rebelled like hard. 7-year-olds would have been like, we would have gone full Stranger Things on the family, you know? Like, it was just not going to happen. You know what's funny is when like Gen Z and like millennials watch Stranger Things and those kids are gone like all day, all night on their bikes and their parents don't even notice. I was like, yeah, that's what it was like. Kids today don't know what that means. Kids today, their whole lives are so scheduled. You used to love going up to Barrett, see Arlington and Richmond Hills. Oh, Barrett. Oh, you know what's funny about Barrett? I had a friend who lived on that street. Yeah, his parents were rich. And you know what he did is he had a shitty car and he parked it on Barrett and people would speed down Barrett all the time. And inevitably his car would get hit by somebody who was rich. And then the insurance would buy out the car and then he would buy the car back from the insurance and park it on the street again. And it would get, he got that car, he bought that car back like twice and got it hit twice and totaled out twice. It was hilarious. Rich people. PJ's gonna call in and try and win what tickets, Brian? They're not, it's a text contest, dude. Nobody ever listens to me. Happy Halloween, Stevie. Like a Roman tub. It was a huge tub. It was like a full, like I could lie all the way out in this tub. It wasn't as wide, but it was as long as I was, which was awesome. There's occasional tornado warnings in the North State region of California. Yeah, but you're not take them seriously. They're not like, oh shit, storm is rolling through. I mean, I was in the bathtub. I wonder if I have video. I was like in the bathtub with like crazy thunder and lightning. I mean, it was maniacal. And a tornado warning. So let's see. Chicago, Chicago. Well, there's the bathtub. Like, see, I could barely get my toes to the wall. That bathtub was sick. Yeah, here you go. You can hear the emergency vehicles. You can see the lightning. You can see I'm like eye to eye with skyscrapers and shit. I mean, whoa, dude. Did you see how fast that thunder clapped? What the fuck? How insane is that? So, yeah, I thought we were going to die. Oh my God. Yeah, it was nuts. Was this the same day? It's me in my Pendry robe. I'm like, well, not going anywhere. Having a glass of wine, pushing off the ride. Oh, Chicago. We got the beef sandwich. It's like a hot beef sandwich. And I kept trying to make hot beef jokes, and my road crew were not down with the hot beef jokes. But look how beautiful Chicago is when it's not raining and not a tornado warning. Absolutely loved it there. I was always surprised. I thought Chicago had such crap weather that nobody would ever want to go there. Oh, hang on. I'm going to mute you guys so that I can give out the keyword because you've got to listen to the radio to get the keyword. Be right back. Okay. All right, we did that. This keeps happening every time I put my headphones on and take them off. They keep catching. All right, let's see. Hey, Justine. You got a good 10, 15 minutes. You're fine. Happy Halloween. If I haven't told the story already, I wanted you to remind me of, the guy from India who is going to his first Iron Maiden show. Where's that picture? All right, let's see. Let's see if it's under Discovery Park. Now I got to dig it out of the 200 pictures of Discovery Park. Lort. Oh, this was fun. Okay, so I did this video and I thought it was hilarious. What year were you born? My shirt is older than yours. That was funny. Basically, I wore vintage t-shirts all weekend long at Aftershock and went around testing everybody to see if my shirt was older than they were. I only got one on tape, though. Let's see. Oh, here he is. That guy. Not okay. So that's Al. That's my friend Alan. He and I like worked our way into the pit together, and then we ran into this guy down front at Iron Maiden, and oh, it is a live picture. I can. Nope, I don't want to make a sticker. I want to show the live photo. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. All right. Anyhow, so he sees me and he's like, "Is this your first Iron Maiden show?" And I was like, "The fuck? Who's at Aftershock for their first Iron Maiden show?" Well, silly me, he was. And I was like, "No, dude, this was my first Iron Maiden show because I'm wearing my Iron Maiden shirt that is older than most people at Aftershock." And I go, "No, this was my Iron Maiden. This is my first Iron Maiden show. This was 1987." And I showed him the back that had the tour dates on it and stuff. And he was like, "This is my first show." And I was like, "Amazing." And he's like, "I live in India." And I was like, "The fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "You flew here from India? You flew here from India to Sacramento for your first Iron Maiden show?" Like, I feel like he could have made some better choices. I mean, don't get me wrong. Aftershock is a well-run festival. But if you're in India and you're already coming halfway around the world, I'm just going to say, I've only been to Wacken and Dynamo, but European festivals are still way better than any American festival. And Iron Maiden shows, I mean, you don't want to see a festival show your first time because it's never the full headline set. And then if you're a true Iron Maiden fan, you know that right now what we're getting is the album tour, right? Because Iron Maiden has made the agreement with their fans that they're going to tour for the album for 2 years, and then they'll come back and tour a greatest hits thing. And that's the one you want to get because that's the one that's got like all the best songs. We had to hear like fucking 4 or 5 songs from Senjutsu. I mean, nothing against Iron Maiden, but Senjutsu is not their best album. Which I think is why they also added the Somewhere in Time anniversary to the tour. And we're like, we're going to play more songs from Somewhere in Time on this one as well. Because I think people were just like, we ain't buying the tickets, bro. Senjutsu is not that great. But yeah, so that's the guy, Justine. He came all the way from India, and he and his friend were there, and that was their first Iron Maiden show. And I didn't tell him any of this, to him personally, because this was his thing. And could you imagine me going, well, really, dude, you really should have tried to do a better first Iron Maiden show than that, but good on you. Also, the Rush song I played earlier, Spirit of Radio, sounds like the Dream Police. Okay. I'll have to listen again and see if I hear it, but I don't think I do because I've heard both songs a million times. Jim Beam. Jim Beam is what I call mixing whiskey. Yeah, the 80s really were like that. It was like, as long as you had a bike, no one saw you again. Your aunt lived in Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Where Chasta grew up. She got out. There's a reason. They used to sit on their porch and watch tornadoes go down the street. What the fuck, dude? That's weird. But I guess in Oklahoma, there's not much going on, right? What are you going to do? Watching tornadoes sounds like a pastime. A pastoral pastime. Jacob, you remember flying to Memphis to go to Graceland when there was a tornado warning? Wow. I mean, if you're on a plane, they really shouldn't be in the air. I know tornado warnings can happen quickly, but yeah, that's scary. Yeah, it would, like I said, the Pendry it's a wonderful hotel. Like if you have a chance to stay at the Pendry Chicago, I highly recommend it. Except they don't have a pool. If you're looking for a pool, there's no pool. But other than that, gorgeous rooms. I definitely recommend those floors up above the 20s. Keyword, bro. Thanks, Brian. Hey, Klaus. Tony, your first Maiden gig was Day on the Green 82. Cool. I was 9. Do you detect a glitch, Dan? I don't know. Glitch in the Matrix? Steve Esquivel, what is up? Tell me, brother, are you going to be on the bill when Bleeding Through and God Forbid play in San Diego? Or are you just on the Sacramento, LA show? Because I am going to go to the San Diego show. I was going to try to go to Anaheim, but it's just going to be so much easier and cheaper for me to hit San Diego, which I guess is technically your hometown now, which is so fucking weird. But are you guys on the San Diego bill? Because that would be cool. And if you are the kids in town? Because I would love to see the kids. I remember when they were babies. Well, they were always big babies. But now that they're all grown up and like in the Navy and adults and shit, like crazy. Is the music too loud? You guys can hear it? You think I'm going to get a copyright strike? No. Fucking hell, man. Get added. Who do I have to call? I mean, obviously, I don't know any promoters down there, but yeah, get added to that shit, dude, because that would be sick. Do you have any Bay Area dates coming up? I haven't seen anything. So I'm assuming not, but just in case, feel free to, advertise that shit to anybody watching. Because it is my goal to support the Bay Area music scene, frankly. I went to 2 shows on Tuesday. My 2 for Tuesday was 2 fucking shows. And I went to Lillian Axe and Alcatraz and Girls School. And then I headed over to High on Fire and stayed way too late. Anybody who saw me on Wednesday knows I was all like, what? You can't hear that song and not think George Lopez. Really? I hear Lowrider and I think Cheech and Chong. Rodney, you had a Stingray bike, not the Corvette. Yeah. The Corvette would have been cool. The bike, we're all right, Hang on a second. I got to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we're okay. Oh, no, we're not. Hold on. That's better. Yeah, so does anybody still ride bikes? I have a bike I need to get tuned up, and I'm just too lazy to fucking take it in. I need to do that. Oh, Lowrider was the theme song for his show? For his TV show or for his who was I just talking to about George Lopez? Oh, Brian Posehn. So I interviewed Brian Posehn this morning. No Bay Area dates. Boo. The new Skin Lab is done. Okay. Yeah, dude, send it to me. Of course. It was so great to see you at KK's Priest. It would have been awesome if you could have come up for Testament on Sunday, dude. That show was like reunion central. But so was the KK's Priest show too. Mike Roberts will yeah, I would love for Mike Roberts to tune my bike up, but he's in Mountain House or whatever, dude. It cost me more to drive my bike down to him than it would for me to pay somebody at REI to do it. It's just crazy though, because bike tune-ups are stupid expensive now. Like I could literally get my car tuned up for like less than I can get my bike tuned up nowadays. It's crazy. Which version of Alcatraz was it? It was not Graham Bonnet. I can tell you that. Graham Bonnet is not turning up. All right, I try to be more positive than this, but I got to show you this footage that I did not post of Alcatraz because I was all really. Okay, I still got a minute. No, here it is. Bro could clearly still hit the notes, the band was still very much there, but I don't know, something about that second position plie looked a little sloppy to me, and I was like, ah. So I went and got some tots and hung out with the Lillian Axe guys and chatted with them for a while because also I know them and adore them and see them once every 2.5 years or something. You were where, Steve? You were at High on Fire? Or you were at Testament? Were you at Testament and I didn't see you? There were so many people there, dude. Alexis Olsen came out. That's how you know there were so many people there. Alexis never comes to metal shows anymore. He hits like one metal show a year just to let people know he's still alive, I think, Oh, hang on. I gotta do a thing. What is the latest drama with Motley Crue? All right. "1077 The Bone and Motley Crue. I'm Nikki Blakk, and they're going to be calling Vegas home sweet home in the spring. They're doing a residency in Vegas that Nikki Sixx says is going to contain some B-sides and deep tracks and Motley Crue rarities. And I'm almost afraid to find out what that means." Okay. Oh, I am on that page. Am I on this page? There we go. Hey, now I can see you again. So that's the Alcatraz that it was. It was that guy. Hey, Rob. Dan, you wonder about getting an e-bike? You know what? My friends that live in San Diego got e-bikes and they freaking love them. Like, they are going deep. Like, these e-bikes are taking them. I want to say they're doing like 100 miles a weekend on these e-bikes. It's kind of crazy. What did I misread? What movie killed it for you? The Alcatraz movie? What? Huh? Oh, the move, the stage move kind of killed it for you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it killed it for me too. I was like, ah. Hey, Christopher, I did not get my hair done again, but thank you for thinking I did. I actually have just been too, like, I had this interview with Brian Posehn this morning, right? And I'll just tell you right now, I could barely get my shit together and out the door in the morning. So I'm usually on the treadmill. So no makeup, treadmill, and then I take a quick shower at like 11:30 noon and then come running in here at the last second. But today I had an interview with Brian Posehn. So when I'm running in here at the last minute, I do some hair and then I do my makeup in the car. Yeah, I'm that person, but trust me, you're not going to catch me because I've been doing it since the fucking mid 90s. So if I haven't had an accident since 1996, I think is when I started doing it. It's not happening now. And today I had to be, I had to do an interview. So I had to have makeup on. So I had to get up and do makeup first and then coffee and then talk to Brian for an hour. And then at that point, I kind of had to come to work and I made an omelet instead of doing my hair, is what I'm trying to say. Alcatraz's keyboardist is the only original member. Was that Richie Blackmore on guitar? Clearly not Richie Blackmore on guitar. Oh, you're welcome, Justine. Happy to. Not sure if you'll see Crew in Vegas, but you're going to Scorpions in March. I have seen 3 out of 4 Scorpions residencies, and not because I was trying to. It just kept happening. That's not entirely true. The first time I had a friend who was like, "We're gonna go see the Scorpions. Let's do it. Queensryche's opening," and I was like, "Yeah." And then I literally blacked out. That was my fault. One of the guys in Queensryche and I bailed like towards the end of the Scorpion show and ended up at a poker table where they were just feeding us double whiskeys nonstop. And then that's the last thing I remember. I woke up in the morning with the worst hangover I've had since the Lake Ladoga incident, which I'm not going into here. And I was like, fuckered. So he's like bringing me all this stuff. He's like, "Here, try these vitamins. Here's these energy drinks. Here's this, here's that." And I was like, "I'm not moving. I just have to stay here right now." Oh my God. I tried taking like not energy drinks, but I tried doing like the Gatorade drinks or whatever that they had. I mean, he literally was like, "I'm going to run down and get you some stuff," and came back and was like, "Here, this is on our rider and it's for our stage show." And I was like, "Okay." And no, I threw it all up. And then he's like, "Well, I got to go to sound check." And I was like, "I have got to get out of here. I'm going to die." And so I finally was like, "I'm just going to get in a cab." Like, I couldn't even stand up long enough to call an Uber. or figure out where the Uber was at the Hard Rock at that point, because Uber stands are in a different place or whatever. I was like, I'm just going straight out the front door and getting in the first taxi I can find. And I get in the taxi and it's hot out because it's Vegas. So dude's got the windows down and the heat is just killing me. And I'm sitting in the back seat, which is already bad for me because I get motion sick and I'm already like hungover as shit still. And it's literally like 5 o'clock the next day. And I was like, sir, I realize that we're on the freeway right now, and I apologize for having to ask you this, but if you could please pull over to the side of the road, I'm going to vomit. And he was like, what? Are you serious? And I was like, 100% serious. And he's like, okay. He hit the hazards. He pulled over. I jumped out and I ran over to the fence, hopped back in and was like, we can resume now. Apologies. I'm sure you kept the meter running. And then he dropped me off. So that was the first Scorpions residency. And then the second Scorpions residency, Skid Row opened. And I ran into a friend of mine who is in another band that's friends with Skid Row. And he was like, oh, just come sit with us. And he had some buddy that had bought a table down front and ended up like having 4 people just not turn up. Who does that? Those Vegas tables cost a fortune, right? Like we got down there and we're like front row and at a table and with a person who pours our drinks for us and with our own bottles. And we had like bottle service and it came with like t-shirts and all this shit. So of course we got freaking hammered because why not? When was the third one? Oh, I missed the third one. The third one was Ugly Kid Joe, and that was the one I really wanted to go because I really wanted to see Ugly Kid Joe, and I missed that one. So I've seen 2 out of 3. Maybe I'll go to the fourth one. Who's opening for this one? I can't remember now. But yeah, Scorpion shows in Vegas are dangerous for me, and I don't even try. Somehow there's always some guy in a band that I know that turns up and is like, free drinks. Wow. Shadow Man. What is that short for? Is that a real name? I did have a friend named Shadow when I worked at Bass Tickets in the 90s. He was the first vegan that I knew, and he had the worst diet. He was like the vegan that eats candy bars all the time. There are a lot of e-bike rental stations. Yeah, maybe give one a shot. See what happens. Justine, you had an omelet yesterday with everything under the sun. I had an omelet today with so much stuff. Did I take a picture of it? Of course I did. I like that omelet. And then I made a cardamom latte because I went to this place in Vallejo that had cardamom lattes and was like, that is fucking delightful. I need this in my life. And so now I make my own. I got friends in low places. I know some people. You saw the Scorpions 12 years ago on their farewell tour. Happy Halloween, Jim. I think the first time I saw the Scorpions was on Savage Amusement. Like, I just never got around to seeing them. Like, back in the 80s, it was really hard for me to get concert tickets because that shit was expensive. Hey, Kat. What's up, girl? How you been? I'm trying to figure out if there's a Vegas residency that I'm trying to that I haven't seen that I have seen that I'm forgetting. Because as we all know, I can't remember a lot of stuff. There are times when I will straight look at photos of me someplace and be like, was I there? My friend Sip posted a picture of me on Halloween from I don't know when. Let me see if I can find it. And I was like, clearly that's me. Quite obviously I was there. I have no recollection of this event. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Definitely me. I remember that dress. I don't remember this party. Apparently, it was like a zombie night, zombie Halloween night or something. Don't know. But apparently, I was there. Can't remember it. Oh, girl, I'm tired too. Tired is a permanent state now. There's a place in Alameda that used to make Philly cheese chicken omelets. I could see that working. Scorpions, Dokken, and Whitesnake in 06. Tickets were $19.80. I'd say that sounds like a KSJO thing, but it can't be because KSJO went under in 04. Interesting. Scorpions, Dokken, and Whitesnake. I might have been there, but I don't think I was. Sounds like a Civic. Was it a San Jose Civic thing? Yeah, clearly a great party. I've had lots of great parties that I just can't seem to remember anything about. Partly because alcohol was involved and partly because age is now involved. Oh, that extra hour of sleep is going to be awesome. Oh, but it is getting late. Any more stories that anybody wants me to tell or any questions anybody's got? Because it's almost time for me to sign off. It was at the San Jose Arena? Huh. I mean, oh. Maybe I was there because I do have a vague recollection of Whitesnake at the San Jose Arena, and I was working the show, and I was working for Whitesnake, and I had to get David Coverdale his after-show sushi. And I remember David Coverdale being lovely. And at the time, I was friends with Uriah Duffy, who I believe was in the band. So that could be why I completely spaced on the Scorpions as being a part of that. But I don't know. Hey, Matt. Well, I have been tired. You've missed nothing. It's all been the same. No, you probably missed a lot, actually, but I could not for the life of me remember what it was. Justine can probably fill you in. Justine, what has Matt missed? Right? Everybody loves Uriah. He's my favorite bass player next to Billy Sheehan, obviously. Shit, I have probably just super dissed a bass player out there. Well, don't tell anyone I said that, okay? Aw, thanks, Justine. I mean, I have worked in the industry for a really long time, and there's something about spending like 16 hours in a day with someone that kind of bonds you to them. And then bands come through every year, and I would often work for the same band year after year. And then, 16-hour day after 16-hour day, you start to bond with people. So that's really how I know everybody for the most part. Lots of people are like, "Oh my God, radio is so cool. You know all these rock stars." And I'm like, not really from radio. It's mostly from concerts. I mean, there are some people who I have met strictly through my radio connection that I'm still friends with, but for the most part, most of the band members I know are from working concerts. Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Somebody get some candy. Yeah, when I get home, I'm definitely putting something together. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know I've got marshmallows and I've got chocolate bars. I've got peanut butter and I've got caramel. I don't have any pretzels. All of that would be really good if I put like a pretzel in there. Oh, but you know what else? I have $15 Uber credit that I haven't used yet. So maybe I'll have Uber Eats bring me something. Has anybody used Uber Eats? I get like a $15 Uber credit every month, and usually I take Uber at least once every month and use it. But I had to start setting in a calendar alert for the end of the month in case I didn't need to use an Uber, and so that I can get my $15. But now I'm gonna have to figure that out. S'mores. You know, I think I do have graham crackers, Dan. I might just go with some toaster s'mores. Yeah, well, when I was touring, when I was on tour with Jackson, I got the Amex Platinum because when you're on tour, it really comes in handy because you end up booking a lot of travel expenses, and then it also gives you all these airport lounges that you can access and stuff. So plus, but then after I wasn't touring anymore, I still kind of travel a lot. So I really kind of was still using the airport lounges, and I really like having the clear benefit, and there's a lot of other like little benefits. So it's a ridiculous annual fee. It's like $700 a year annual fee. So I spend a decent amount of time clawing back the value of that annual fee, and part of that is the Uber credit every month. So I'm not letting that $15 get away. I don't care what it is. I'm ordering something on Uber Eats tonight. So I'll have to order something that goes with Halloween. Yeah, I don't know how people do it all the time. I mean, last time I had the $15 left over, I ordered a sushi roll. I ordered one sushi roll, and it was still like $21 with tip. And it wasn't even like a complicated one, you know, it was just like a California roll or something pretty basic. But Jack in the Box. I can't eat that crap. But I can eat sushi. Sushi is delightful. Yeah, I gave up fast food in the 90s, believe it or not. Shit'll kill you. You know why? Because I got I went and did this focus group where they paid you like $25 to eat hamburgers. This was in like 90, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And one of the questions that they asked, and you could tell, right? They had like rewrapped all the burgers so that you couldn't tell whose burger was whose, but it's like all these burgers are so obviously like created to be a signature burger that you can recognize. Like everyone knows what a Big Mac looks like, even if it's not under the golden arches, right? You know what a Whopper looks like, even though it's not in a Burger King box, right? So one of the questions they asked was, does the meat taste like meat? And I was like, wait, what? Why would you ask me that? And I'm all, when you bite into a burger, you're not actually really tasting the meat of the burger. That's why those patties are so thin. It's mostly there for texture than it is for flavor. And what they do is they bathe the meat in some kind of weird flavoring to kind of like boost the meat flavor. So I started like opening the burger and tasting the ingredients individually, and they're awful. Basically, the whole reason that you're not realizing how disgusting your burger is because it's probably like got some kind of sauce on it that you're tasting instead. And it's all crunching together with like a very flavorful pickle and there's liquid smoke in whatever, right? And at that point, that's when I realized that fast food is disgusting and the food is just garbage quality and it's terrible for you. And the amount of calories that are in that shit just completely outweigh any value it has. I mean, yeah, it's vile. Like, literally, do not ever eat a fast food burger again if you can help it. It's better to go anywhere else for anything else. Even Subway is, and their pressed meats are super processed. So I'm not recommending Subway. I'm just saying burgers are that bad. Hi, Tim. No, not even Carl's Jr., Dan. All right. I do have to get back on air and wrap stuff up around here. And everybody have a happy Halloween. And oh, God, Justine. Ugh. You know what? This is what also triggered me is that every time I would eat a Whopper, I'd be like, eat the Whopper. I would spend the entire rest of the day just like belching liquid smoke, which is gross. So now that I know how to cook, I can't even imagine eating garbage food like that. I just can't. Sorry. Plus, that shit'll kill you. And it's overpriced as fuck now. Oh my God. I had an Uber driver the other day. I had an Uber driver last time I was in Vegas. And the guy was telling me how he's a trained chef, but he's been driving Uber for so long and he's got like 5 fucking kids that he like swings by and gets the cheap fast food meals for them. And I was like, dude, are you kidding me right now? You're a trained chef. That means you know how to go to the grocery store and buy a ginormous amount of meat and then butcher it and then cook for your kids so that they have decent food. Why would you feed them awful fast food and pay more for it? Like, all right, I do got to go. Take care, guys. I didn't miss anything, right? Yeah, everybody's good. Okay. Happy Halloween, guys. Cheers. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's Friday, so maybe not tomorrow. We'll see. I will try and pop in tomorrow, but I make no promises. And I'm off Monday. So I'll try and pop in tomorrow because I'm off Monday, but if you don't see me till Tuesday, that's why.